Good afternoon, chat. Welcome back. This is officially episode 2 of the spring cut. We're 70 something days out from this trip that I gotta lose 15 pounds on, if you guys are new and didn't know. I woke up this morning and I felt good, I felt lean. The only issue is the scale. I woke up, I've been consistently weighing about 195 pounds, fluctuate, give or take a pound. Today I weighed 196 and a half. That's a little concerning because I've been eating in a calorie deficit every single day. I've been working out every single day. So this means one of two things. I have to start doing more cardio and eating less, or this could be really good. This could be really good. My body's doing something called body recomposition, meaning that it is essentially at a point where I'm getting enough calories to sustain myself, but also it's recomping the fat on my body and turning it into muscle, which would be great, which would be awesome. I've noticed that my muscle mass has gone up while I've been working out. So that's kind of really hard to do while you're in a calorie deficit, which is great. That is super, super fucking big. Sorry for the language, but this could be a really good thing, or this could be a really bad thing, because I love food and I don't want to eat less, and I already only eat 2 meals a day. So I eat 2 meals a day, and I don't eat after like 7 o'clock. So, and I don't go to bed till like 2 in the morning. So that's that's like 13 hours of, no, that's more than that. Yeah, it's like 13 hours of not eating, like counting sleep time and stuff. So, we got to figure something out here. But yeah, so I'm at school right now. I go to Kent State. I'm about to walk to my class, Geography of Europe. I actually really like the class. It sounds boring, but it's history and geography, and the professor's cool. He's a cool dude. So that helps. He's a big MMA and UFC guy. So that's awesome. Can talk fucking UFC with him and, ask him who's going to win the fights this weekend and place some bets on it or whatever. But we're going to talk about seed oils, estrogenics, or estrogen in your food, microplastics, all of that today. I want to get into that type of topic. People could call me crazy, but there's proven facts that you shouldn't eat seed oils, and we'll get into that. There's microplastics in everything, so you want to drink out of metal containers. We'll get into that though. And then foods that are high in estrogen, like soy and even milk, but I love milk, so I still drink it. We'll get into that, and we'll get into the things that I've seen with the foods that I eat, and how as a man you can try and maximize your natty potential with boosting testosterone. So yeah, I will come back after I'm done with my class and we'll talk a little more. Sam Solik style video today. So where we last left off, I was talking about microplastics, or I was getting into it. I was heading into my Geography of Europe class. Well, guys, that was Thursday. Guess what today is? Monday. So, whoa, what's going on here? Got a little construction going on here. So anyways, today is Monday. I'll just do some stats from the weekend. So Friday, didn't work out, went to another open gym for basketball, so I got my cardio in, got about 18,000 steps in for the day. Went to bed at 3 a.m., woke up at 7, had to go help my dad at work with painting this building. Got 21K steps in 5 hours, so I burned about 1,200 calories doing that. So that was a great way to start off. Did some fasted cardio, as one would call. And then I forgot to mention Friday night I had McDonald's, so that was probably really stupid, but I did the exact same thing Saturday night, along with drinking 12 beers and a cigar. So, it probably wasn't the greatest decision, but it's all right. We got a lot of protein in. We got a lot of days in where we replenished our body, which is fine. But yeah, I would not recommend it. I still woke up, weighed 195 pounds, so I must have done enough exercise in those days to kind of negate the effects of fucking drinking and eating horribly, which I love doing both of those things. And next weekend, going out, of course. So we're gonna have some more great cheat days ahead of us, which is good, I'm a human being, you're a human being. You need to cheat a little bit, whether it's on your girlfriend or on your physique, that's fine. Next thing, today we are I'm gonna do a little cooking. I'm working on a 24-hour fast right now, so I'm not allowed to eat till 1 o'clock. I had a meal yesterday at 1 o'clock. I am now not allowed to eat till 1 o'clock today. So we're gonna do that. So technically I got some fasted cardio to class. Oh! Little technical difficulties there, but technically I have some fasted cardio ahead of me. I haven't eaten yet today. I took some of my supplements, so my stomach hurts a little bit. And I got a mile walk to class and then a mile back. So I got two miles of fasted cardio ahead of me, which will burn me probably like 200 calories, which is fine, but that'll completely deplete my glycogen stores in my muscles, meaning I'll lose some weight. I'll start using some of that fat to turn into glycogen, so my body, or my brain perhaps, and my body can use that to function and recover. Got some food ahead of us. I'm gonna show you guys my meal today. I think I'm just gonna eat, for my first meal, I think I'm just gonna eat half a pound of 90-10 grass-fed, no antibiotics, free-range beef from the local butcher shop, and then like 3 eggs with it, or maybe I'll do like 2 eggs and an apple to get a little bit of fiber in. But I'm trying to stay away from sugars and carbohydrates now because they tend to bloat the body. I'm thinking about going on a carnivore diet here for a little bit, till I start losing some weight, because it seems that when I eat carbohydrates, I tend to retain a lot of water and get fat. So we're gonna do some extra goals here. I'm gonna try and drink like half a gallon of water every day, at least. Probably more than that. I'll probably try and drink a gallon of water every day, and drink a gallon of water. Limit sodium to a minimum. I might have to cut out drinking some diet sodas. Might have to, do all that stuff. My potassium supplements come in today, so I'm gonna maximize that. And yeah, we're gonna try and get extra slim here. And potassium's good for you. It's good for your heart, good for all that stuff. So that'll be ideal. So I'll show you how I cook that up. It's pretty basic. Might be a little bland to some people, but I don't really like to put a lot of seasoning on my food, because I don't really like to put a lot of seasoning on my food because I think beef by itself already has a good taste. I think it just tastes good naturally. You can put a little bit of like pepper on it, maybe a little bit of like garlic powder or chili powder, or maybe dice some onions up and put them in there, but I don't really think that's necessary. I think it will add the flavor a little bit, but it doesn't really matter to me. I think beef tastes good by itself. So, but yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll show you a back and biceps day probably too. We'll do some of that, and then yeah, I'm trying to think of some other content to do. I kind of want to like start a podcast or a vlog with my friends or something. Maybe do some drinking challenges or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's up. But we're gonna talk about microplastics today too. I'll probably actually edit this video for once. The last two videos haven't been edited very well because I'm lazy, but that's fine. Probably add some diagrams up. We'll talk about seed oils too. I'm in a nutrition class right now, and this lady's trying to tell me that seed oils are better for me than if I were to eat like tallow or butter or stuff like that comes from an actual animal. Like, come on, tell me you're fed without telling me you're fed. Come on. I'm gonna pull up a diagram, and I might even link a video as to how fucking seed oils are made, because it's ridiculous. They acid wash it, they bleach it, they do, they force these seeds through like clay, stuff, acid clay and stuff like that to really press it's ridiculous how it's made. Like, olive oil is fine for you. Coconut oil is good for you. You know what canola oil was originally used for back in the day? Canola oil was invented for the purpose of being used as lubricants on ships during World War II. And they say that's good for your body to consume. I don't think so. I'll stick to my butter and my olive oil and my coconut oil and my beef tallow, because we are based around here. We're not doing any of that bullshit. But yeah, I didn't work out on Sunday. We didn't get the Tom Platz video. My legs were still so sore from open gym that I could not do that. So yeah, my legs are still a little bit sore, but I should be able to hit legs by tomorrow. I'll do back and biceps today, even though my arms are still a little sore. I don't know, dude. Whenever I do cardio, I get so sore, like especially like hard cardio, like basketball. Whenever I do like hard cardio like that, it really makes me sore, especially because I hadn't played basketball in probably 4 months at this point, so it's quite sore. And then I did it the next day, which was probably stupid, but I needed to get my cardio in for the day, so looks like we're running a red light. But it's good for you. Being sore is good for you. Also, if you guys didn't know, if you guys don't watch UFC, that's completely fine, but you should do it because you don't want to be a loser. But Alexander Volkanovski clutched up and beat Diego Lopez. He is now the fucking featherweight champion again. He is one of 2 guys over the age of 35 that have a championship belt. Him and John Jones. Him and old head John Jones got a fucking belt. So that was a great fight to watch. All 5 rounds, it was 5-round bout. They knocked each other on the ground multiple times. At some points, I thought it could have gone either way. But luckily, we had our money where our money was at on Alexander motherfucking Volkanovski, and we locked in. We made some dough off of that. If y'all want me to do sports content, we can do some sports content on here too. And then sports betting and whatnot, we can talk about that, because I love to gamble. I love to drink, and I love women. Those are my 3 flaws. But hey, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But anyways, I'm driving to class right now. I have a class called Social Problems. Like, that shit doesn't exist. Let's be real here. So we got that going on. It's actually a pretty cool class. We don't have any exams in there. We just have to type like a couple papers, but they're all easy prompts. And the professor is like a 25-year-old person, so it's actually easy because she knows that we ain't gonna do shit, so we just don't do shit half the time. So that's tight. Yeah, so I'm pulling up to the school right now, and I will see y'all when I'm cooking meat, or maybe we'll do a little drive back home or something. We're back. We are in the Yacht family kitchen here, and we're about to get ready to cook up our lunch for today. So what we're gonna do is we are going to cook up a whole pound of ground beef, half of that, so half a pound is going to be for our lunch. The other half I'm gonna eat with my dinner. So we're gonna have, for lunch, this is what we're gonna have. Half a pound of ground beef, 3 eggs, maybe 2 eggs. I might supplement the last egg for an apple or an orange, just to get some more fiber to really feel filled up and stuff like that. And there's some good potassium and other nutrients in there. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I wanna do a little educational sit down video where we we really go into depth on seed oils, microplastics, stuff like that, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna see me cooking up some foods here. So let's get started. All right, guys, here we go. So we got our full pound of beef right there, and basically we have it on a lower temperature. We have it on a 2 setting, right? Or yeah, what is that? A setting of 4 right now for the just to get it thawed out a little more. I put it in the microwave for a second. What I do recommend is putting your, like, any type of meat you want to cook, you should probably put it in overnight. Simply, you know, because it just cooks better that way. You thaw it out overnight. It'll be mostly thawed. That's good. This wasn't thawed, like the center wasn't thawed all the way. So I did have to put it in the microwave for a minute, which is fine. And then I chopped it up and it was pretty soft in the middle. So I just figured it was good enough to go. So now we got this going. Once we get this cooked up, we're going to put our eggs on, which we got 3 eggs here from our neighbor who has a chicken coop, and they're all grass-fed, or not grass-fed, but they're all, you know, free-range chickens. They eat bugs, they do all that stuff. They do get, you know, some chicken food and stuff like that, which is fine, but they're all antibiotic free. So these are quite literally the best eggs you can get, and this is the best meat you can get because, you know, there's no bad additives in it, which is what you want. You don't want to eat garbage stuff. I also want to add too that you can put a little bit of like butter or oil, like an olive oil or something like that in there to get it going. You know, my personal belief is that there's enough fat in here to render down to get this cooking. So, you know, you don't necessarily need to add oil because that's extra calories that you're adding into your diet. Like a little tablespoon of olive oil is 130 extra calories. And I don't really want to do that. I want to eat as much as I can to feel as sustained as possible. So we're just gonna go off of that. And also too, I like to season my meat as it's getting cooked. I feel like, in my opinion, it usually tastes a little better. Some people like to season before or after. Like if it's a steak, I'll season it before I go. Some people say to season after, but it's all up to preference, really. I'm just telling y'all what I do. Okay, our meat's cooking pretty well here. I lightly seasoned with black pepper and onion powder. Again, I usually don't really season that much. I might put a little bit of pepper. I'm trying to stay away from salt right now because salt tends to bloat you. So I just did onion powder and pepper. So we'll do that. And there's enough salt in this food that it'll be fine. I don't really like a whole lot of salt. I've never grown up that way with eating salt on everything. So, and it's better for you. The less sodium you have in your body, probably the better. You want to have enough sodium to be able to retain water, but at the same time, it also gets to a point where sodium causes CVD, which is cardiovascular disease. So, or can lead to increased risk of cardiovascular disease. So, eat foods that are high in potassium. It gets the kidneys going, makes it so that it gets all of those, gets all that salt out of your body, because excess salt is it's really, really, really not good for you. All right, so the beef is done. You want to get yourself 2 bowls here. Actually, we can just put them right here. Get yourself 2 bowls here. And essentially what you want to do is just divvy it up 50-50. Whatever you think's 50-50, It doesn't matter for me today because either way I'm going to be eating all of this. This is, you know, as long as I just get it as close as possible. I already know, you know, the macros of a full pound of beef. It's a little over 1,000 calories. So, we know that that's going to be the majority of our meal today. 1,000 calories, 80 something grams of protein, which is good. That's what you want. You want to be eating in a high protein diet because not only does it fill you up, but it's good for you. Protein builds muscle. It maintains muscle. So if you're in a calorie deficit, you maintain a lot of that muscle. Oh, fuck, I just dropped a piece. Well, there goes, the dog's gonna get a little bit of meat here, which is fine, you know. But that's fine. You get a little bit of, you know, protein's like really the only way to maintain muscle. So you got to make sure you're eating enough. So that looks pretty 50-50 to me. And now the next thing I got eggs here. I'm gonna whisk these guys up and we're just gonna throw it right in that pan. There's enough oil and lard and fat to cook these guys up. I don't like sunny side up eggs. I'm more of a scrambled eggs type of guy. So I'm gonna whisk these up, add a twinge bit of milk to it, just a little drop of milk into it, and we'll see. I'll show you how that's all done. Okay, so we turn the stove back on. We'll turn it on low. We got the eggs all whisked up good. I added in a little bit of milk. In my household, we drink 0% fat-free milk. You know, you can drink whatever you want, but personally, me, you really don't need all that fat. If you're drinking milk, some people say drink raw milk. I don't know how good really that is for you. I haven't ever had raw milk, and I don't really plan on having it anytime soon. But you just take this and you just go bam, right in there. You get all those oils, all that good stuff. We got a little blood spot in there. A little fermented fucking baby chicken going on in here. Well, I might need to get a spoon to get that out. That's kind of nasty. But right there. That's fucking nasty. That's cool. But yeah, so scrambled eggs are easy to make. I'm a big fan of scrambled eggs. And now a plus side to that is you get a little beef in there. You get a little more fat, and all of this is good. All of this is HDL, which is considered good cholesterol. HDL is the building block for vitamin D, for testosterone, for women, for estrogen. So, this is all stuff that's good for you. You know, all these people are like, oh, eggs are so bad for you. No, shut up. You're just a weak link, and you need to shut the hell up. You want to be eating beef. You want to be eating all of that stuff, especially if you're a man, because a third of your testosterone production is based off of what you eat in a diet. The other 2/3 is mostly genetics and you know, sunlight and shit like that. But if you eat foods that are high in cholesterol, you will probably have higher testosterone. That is simply facts. All right, so now I like to put a little bit of cheese on my meat. Pause. I like to put a little cheese on my beef, so we're just gonna go a little pinch there, a little pinch there. Probably add a little more. We'll probably just do like half a serving for both. We'll call it good. And they said at the market that the meat was between 85-20, or no, 85-15 and 90-10. So we'll just call it medium. We'll call it 87.5 and 12.5 lean to fat ratio. So this bowl is gonna go in the refrigerator. I'm gonna eat this later for dinner. What did I do with this? Oh, I put the spatula away. Well, gonna have to get a new one out, but you know, eat these eggs, probably eat an apple with it, and then we're going to get a workout in today. If we don't get a workout in today, we might, I might be going to work with my dad. do some more painting. We might get some video of that or whatever. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna finish cooking up these eggs and preparing. Maybe I'll eat an apple too. We'll see. And yeah, we'll see the good stuff. All right, so these eggs are getting cooked up. Look pretty good. Added a little bit of cheese to it. I'm a big cheese guy. I like adding cheese to everything. So we got these guys. They're about done. Wait in a second. People like theirs creamy. I like mine to get maybe a slight brown, like ever so slight brown to them. Those are probably good. Now you go get yourself a bowl from the cabinet. Come over here. Those look. That's pretty good. You get a bowl and you just buy them. You're just a little off camera here, but you're just scooping them bad boys in there. Scooping them eggs in there. And then you get the eggs, you get a little bit of that extra beef in there. You get the yum yums. So boom. There's the next part of your meal done. Make sure that another thing too, while you're cooking, you should also be cleaning at the same time. Hold on, let me get another better. While you are cooking, you should also be cleaning at the same time. It saves time, and it makes you a clean fucking person. Makes you a clean person. So gotta make sure we are cleaning while we're doing that. So I messed up a little bit. I was too busy recording, so I'm going to clean now, get all this stuff cleaned up, and then we're gonna scarf this shit down. I gotta prepare. We're gonna take a picture of the macros in my fitness app, and then I gotta prepare an apple too. I gotta get an apple, slice up, or an orange. We haven't decided yet. Maybe we won't even eat any of them. We'll see yet. We'll see how this tastes. So yeah, type shit. All right, guys. So boom, here's your lunch. We got 3 eggs with a little bit of just a little sprinkle of cheese, cheddar, hard cheddar. We got half a pound or roughly half a pound of 87.5, 12.5 ground beef with a little sprinkle of cheese. And then we got a full orange here. We're gonna paste the macros up on there. I'm gonna plug them into my fitness tracker app. And yeah, this will fill you up. This meal will fill you up. It will cover that sugar craving that everybody likes. Everyone's got that little sugar craving they got. You get the oranges, there's a little bit of sugar in you, or non-refined, natural sugars in there. You got the protein, you got the fiber with the oranges, you got the potassium, you got everything, low sodium, low all of that stuff. So this is a great meal if you're trying to lose weight to start off the day. It's gonna be about 900 calories maybe. So we eat this one meal, and so we get 900 calories out of this. We go eat a second meal very similar with the half a pound of meat and a little more, we'll change it up a little bit. You get another 900 calories. It's 1,800 calories. You go work out, you go for a run, you do that. It's going to help maintain, build muscle, and you're gonna lose some weight doing this. This is the best way to eat. You don't wanna be stuffing your face with Doritos, even though I fucking love Doritos. You don't want to be eating Big Macs, I love Big Macs. You don't want to be drinking, even though I drink every weekend. This is how it's done. And it sucks because, those other foods taste better, but this is what's good for you. And it does taste good. This stuff does taste good, but, who doesn't like a Big Mac? Go on. All right, we're back at the Yount Family Fitness Center. Today, we got back and biceps. What does that mean? Means we're gonna move a little bit of weight around today. Very nice. So, got our second meal in today. I had the other half pound of beef, a little bit of cheese. I had 5.7 ounces of carrots and a slice of bread. I'm gonna show my macros for the day here. Came out to 1,600 calories, maybe a little more. But yeah, we're gonna start off with some lat pull downs. So let me get this angle right here. So I'm gonna start off with lat pull downs. We have 100 pounds set up here. get us a good squeeze. With lat pull downs, give me a sec. You really want to focus on bringing your shoulder blades together. So you're here and you just, right there, you're going to squeeze them together at the bottom and then slowly take the weight up at the top. Am I going to do that? Maybe. Am I not going to do that? Guess we'll never know. So I like to grab mine wide, relatively wide. Come down here, sit down, right there. That was perfect. Got my 10 reps in, which is what I normally try and do. 100 pounds, that's a good first set to start off. I'll probably add 5 pounds to each side. Remember, you want to control the weight. You don't want to be really jerking it or whatever, doing anything like that. Just nice controlled reps. All right, I superset everything. So that means as soon as I get done with my back exercise, I go right into my bicep exercise. And usually we do the 30-pound dumbbells. That's what I'm doing today. So we're doing we're supersetting, we're doing lat pull downs and hammer curls. And then we'll figure something else out to do. I usually, we'll see. We'll see, Chad. So right here, I like to help myself a little bit when I do these. So perfect. Got the 10 reps in. You want it to be heavy to where you're kind of really working hard to get it curled all the way up. Because if you don't force your body to do really hard things, it's never going to build. You're never going to gain weight, or you're never going to build muscle doing that. You're never going to be able to push more weight around. Just simple facts. Okay, so just got done with lat pull downs and hammer curls. Hammer curls are good because they work this part of the forearm right here, as long with, I don't know, there's too many, short head, long head, I don't give a fuck. It works the bicep. It works the bicep. And I like hammer curls. Hammer curls are nice. They give me a nice pump. They make my arms look nice. So it's a good start. And you want to work your forearms out too, because grip strength plays a lot into just everything you do in your upper body. So the more grip strength you have, the more you're going to be able to pull, push, all of that stuff, because it stabilizes your arms. Your grip, your forearms stabilize your entire arm. So it's important to do. We're going to do preacher curls now. I'll show you proper technique. And we'll probably do some sitting rows, which not a big fan, but they do something. They do the innermost part of your back. So we're going to do that. All right, so for this, it's kind of the same motion as the lat pull down. I mean, not really. In the sense of what I'm talking about is you want to bring your shoulder blades together. In most back exercises, you want to try and bring your shoulder blades together because it squeezes your back muscles. It squeezes them together. So when you're doing this motion, you want to come here, you want to squeeze it together like this. It's the same motion here where you squeeze your blades together. So that's the goal with that. We got 100 pounds on this again. You know, if you can lat pull down 100 pounds, odds are you could probably do a seated cable row with the same weight. So that's the philosophy there. So yeah, let's get into this. Notice how I'm bringing the shoulder blades back. So that's how you do that. We have, what are these called? I'm blanking right now. Preacher curls, that's what they're called. I don't know what the hell I was on there for a second, but we got preacher curls now. That's not right. Basically, you want your arms in here, basically shoulder width apart, and you're just right here, controlled movements. You want it to be heavy, but then again, people are scared that, oh, I'm gonna tear my bicep. No, you're gonna tear your bicep if you do a ridiculous amount of weight, and you've already done bicep exercises. I've done one bicep exercise, and it wasn't a lot of weight. This isn't a lot of weight, but it'll do the job. People need to just focus on having good form, and you'll be fine. That's how these things operate. So you just want to be right here, like this. Ideally, you want a straight bar here. Ideally, you want a straight bar, in my personal opinion, because when you have it angled in a little bit, it works the outside of the bicep a little more than the inside of the bicep. So that's just my personal thoughts on that. If you had a straighter bar, it would work all parts of the bicep and a little bit of the forearm. This is going to work the forearm and outside part of the bicep. So after this, we're just going to have to do some straight bar curls with the Olympic style like bench press bar, which is completely fine. So show you how to do these real quick. So you're right here and just, okay. That's not a rep, that's just me bringing it up, and then you're just right here. Notice how I'm controlling the weight as I'm going down. So I got that. Might have been a slightly heavy. That's all right. Didn't tear my biceps like people think, and that's all that matters. So I'm gonna finish my reps out of that, and I'll show you the next exercise that I do. Got done with those other exercises. I now have cable pullovers. Essentially, you're just right here like this. You're working the lats on the side of your back, getting a little bit of everything with the back. This is like one of my favorite back exercises. I really feel like getting those lats well. And you get a little chest movement in there too. You get a little bit with the chest and the triceps a little bit. I do pullovers on chest day, but I do dumbbell pullovers where I'll lay down and I'll go like this with the dumbbell. That's a great for the stretch on the chest day. We'll go over that on when chest day comes to. So show you guys how to properly do this. I like to stand back a little bit and really like lean into it, and then I'm here. I might even give a little hip thrust right there to get it really far through. That's what she said. But you want to just, I usually just go slightly above shoulder width apart. I'll just grab it, pull it down a little bit, and I'll just pull it down to here. And then this is where we start the exercise at. Just right here. Might be a little heavy. I got 50 pounds on there. Might have to drop it down to like 40. But you just want to be right here. Silly ass motion, but it really does. You feel it right in here in your sides. Feel it slightly into your tricep. Maybe a little bit of your rear delt. Great motion overall. Now we got curls with a straight bar. Now we have straight bar curls. You can probably see the straight bar right here at my feet. I just go right here, shoulder width apart, really focus on it, get the nice stretch. You're gonna try and get it all the way out to here. You're just right here. 45 pounds right here. So sometimes I'll add I have 2.5 pound weights I'll add on here to just get it up to like 50. Do 50 pound curls. Besides that, you don't really need to do a whole lot more weight than this. If you just do it controlled and right, you'll be good. You'll build muscle eventually, and you'll be able to do more. I'm getting to the point where I need to start adding a little more weight on this. It's building my muscle up. So yeah, we're gonna show you how to properly do this. You just go down here, grab it. You kind of just want to go. You see where there's like a grind mark. I don't know if I'm standing too close, but there's a grind mark and then there's a clean part. that's just shiny. That's where you want to put your fingers at, right there on the edge of that. And you're just right here. You're just... And you want it to go all the way down to the bottom. You want it to literally hit your nuts. Like, as weird as that sounds, you want it to damn near hit your cock and balls. Go all the way down, you're just right here. Oh, I don't know how many that was. That felt good. It was probably about 10. Kind of got distracted there when I was talking about cock and balls, but yeah, that's how you do that. I'm gonna redo this, and then we'll get a physique check in the mirror in the bathroom. That's the only place I have a mirror. I want to get a mirror like right here, so I can just show you guys there. I feel like the lighting might be a little bit better in here, but yeah, get that done, and then we'll see you at physique check. All right, so got a little pump. Physique's looking all right. Today I feel a little more skinny. I don't know if I look it, but so biceps, this lighting in here sucks, but it's fine. So I'm starting to get my forearm veins back. I don't know if you can see them, but anyways, I was really fat. I didn't have forearm veins for a long time. So now that I see them coming back, I'm getting you can see them vaguely popping through a little bit. Now that I'm starting to get skinny again, I'm starting to see all those veins back. So that's quite motivating. I've been starting to see, like, getting veins going across my chest. I got start of a bicep vein right here. And there's one that usually is kind of in there somewhere. Same thing over here, but there's not really much room to do a double here, but no, I can't really. Maybe if I try and go sideways. No, maybe I'll have to do this upstairs, but still. See that? You can see my lats starting to grow here. So, you know, we're getting some good changes. My waist is starting to get skinny. I'm starting to get a little, I guess that's a V taper. So that's what happens when you do core. I feel like I have a six pack underneath this fat, but I'm gonna have to drop like 20 pounds, 15, 20 pounds to start to see it a little bit. But yeah, starting to, yeah, I've, long head biceps, so they don't really peak very well, but more lean I get, the more good they're going to be able to see. I got one more back exercise left and core that I still got to do. So once we get done with that, we'll be getting into some talking points. We'll go over what we're going to talk about. Yeah. So that's kind of a day in the life of me. I went up to my local store, my Myers. I bought myself a New York strip steak. So I'm gonna be cooking that up for lunch tomorrow. I'm gonna try and find a vegetable or something to some vegetables or something to eat with it. I might get some blackberries and some peppers. Eat that with it. Gotta go get more eggs, ran out of eggs. So gonna have to do that. We'll probably, today is just not a great day to talk about microplastics and seed oils and stuff like that, because the video is already going to be probably 35, 40 minutes long with all the stuff we just gone to. I don't want to make like an hour and a half long video. I just want to make a little video today. Kind of just a day in the life. So it'll probably be a cardio day. We'll probably get into that on, We'll probably get into that on Thursday. Thursday we'll do that. Make sure we do that. Tomorrow and Wednesday we're gonna go painting with my dad. So we'll get to see maybe a little bit of that content. I'll try and record some of it, but we'll see. Sorry, I was just staring at myself because I'm just. But anyways, sorry, that was cringe, but it was just kind of funny. But anyways. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments about anything, if you guys want to critique my ability, I'm very open-minded about a lot of things. I'm not saying I know the most about weightlifting by far in any way, shape, or form, but I have a generalized knowledge of it. Today I ate 1,600 calories. I'm pretty sure I already did a nutrient chart, but if we do it again, we'll just pop that up for what I ate today right here. It'll be probably one picture here, one picture there. My BMR, which stands for basal metabolic rate, if you guys didn't know, it's around 2,200. So I'm already eating in a calorie deficit based off of that. And then I usually burn about 1,000 calories a day through walking to class and weightlifting and other types of just little exercises, you know, whether I'm moving around throughout the day or not. So normally I should be somewhere in like a, I don't know, 1,400 calorie deficit for calories on the day. Does that mean I'm gonna lose a third of a pound every day? No, not at all. Because once your body, you know, I've already lost 35 pounds. After a certain point, say like 20 pounds, your body goes to oh shit mode. It goes into, oh, we're in a survival scenario now. Let's lower that metabolic rate a little bit and try and retain more calories, try and retain some of this fat so we can survive longer. So that's why you see people just plateau when they work out and are on a cut. They just plateau for a while. And that's because technically they're still eating too many calories. And you either A, have to work out more, do some cardio, or you just got to cut a little bit of those calories out. Like an extra 200 calories would change your life. And then it's important that you cheat a little bit sometimes too, because it'll trick your body into thinking that we're not in a survival scenario anymore. So if you cheat like 1 or 2 days, like every month or so, your body will re-trick itself into thinking, oh, you know, we got an excess of food. We start piling this back on, and then you'll start cutting again. Your plateau will go away, and you'll start going back down again. And it's hard, but you got to stay disciplined. You have to stay disciplined. It's not a matter of, you know, I wake up every morning and it's like, oh, I don't want to do it, but you know what drives me? The discipline. It's not even like a thought anymore. It's just something that I have to do every day now. Became a part of my routine. It's like drinking water. It's like breathing oxygen, and it's like my heart beating. It's just something that has to happen in the day. So thanks for coming to this episode. Sorry that it's a longer episode, but we missed a couple days there, so I figured I'd just make it one big episode. So, you know, like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and yeah, love you guys. Peace out.